It's Week 10 of the NFL, and we have Stephon Gilmore, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Giants and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, boy, what a matchup. 2 NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in playing well on both sides of the ball. Winners of 6 of their last 8 games. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Giants ready to go now on offense. And under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
And bottom line, when you're the starting QB, what is it?
Get the W.
Get the W.
They did that last week.
Right, he got that done. Wasn't always pretty. There were some great moments. He threw 4 touchdown passes.
But got to eliminate those mistakes.
Got to take care of that, because otherwise that could come back and bite him in another ballgame.
They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
The best.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Deep to return is Cavante Turpin. And it's fielded at the 34. 31 yards on the punt there. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Prescott now. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 14 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Prescott now on second down. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, this defense for the Giants, they... the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted him out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good start. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Isaiah Hodgins was his intended receiver, but it'll be second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. Ooh, the juke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys that had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
Point after here coming up. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The New York set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Nice through an opening, and there he goes. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Jones completes this again to Shepard. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have cut it back within a score.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
A big pickup of 38.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Prescott off play action.
And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A great effort there. 28 yards.
And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Jones on 1st and 10. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll look to throw again.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing, Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Prescott on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Prescott yet again. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
It's caught left side by Cooks. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And again, it's Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys would extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Jaron Kearse in on the tackle. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the visitors who are out in front in the second quarter. Curtis Samuel, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to the desert. Check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Mac Hollins, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood. See what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run by Pollard.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Going to run again here with Pollard.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Taken down right at the line. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Brandon Cooks. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. To throw is Prescott. Steps away. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 9-yard touchdown run. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Here we go.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. taken in at the 22. And just a 30-yard punt that time.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Here's Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Prescott to throw it.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Jones. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On play action, Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Prescott. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. Inside the 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Offense.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's got some space here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Ferguson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. Play action now. Prescott on the move to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And New York set to take the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you pick.
Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the fourth quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. New York set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll find Hodgins there complete.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down. Throwing, Jones.
And that one complete to Hodgins.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Hey, Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Brandon Cooks and the Cowboys offense back out there.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
2nd down and 8.
They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, Prescott here to throw.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. He's got room at the 30.
And he gets this one down to the 24. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Prescott off play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now Prescott.
Pass complete. He's got Hendershot.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. Taken right around the 44. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. Throwing here, Prescott. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Dallas, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.